The cafe was crowded, loud, and full of ordinary problems. But the moment she walked in balancing on crutches, her left leg ending in a sleek prosthetic, everything around him froze. David had seen people carry pain before, but never with eyes that brave. His daughter Lily was sipping her juice, swinging her tiny legs under the table when the young woman stopped beside them. Her voice hardly rose above a whisper, yet it carried more weight than the noise in the room. "Can I share this table?" she asked, her breath slightly uneven from the walk, her posture straight despite the exhaustion hiding behind her polite smile. In that instant, David felt something shift, something he didn't yet understand, but something that refused to be ignored. If you believe kindness and second chances still exist in this world, then please like, comment, share, and subscribe to Soul Tale. Your support means everything. He nodded quickly, pushing the extra chair toward her, but as she settled in carefully, he couldn't stop noticing the subtle tremors in her arms, the way her shoulders relaxed the moment she finally sat down. Her red shirt clung to her like courage, and her blonde ponytail swung gently as she exhaled. Lily stared at her with the raw curiosity only a child could have, but instead of shrinking away, the girl smiled warmly, as if she had long ago learned how to take stares and turn them into something softer. David wanted to ask if she was okay, but something about her expression told him she didn't want pity. She wanted normalcy, a place to sit, a moment to breathe. The cafe window reflected her profile, the determined set of her jaw, the quiet strength in her eyes, and David wondered what kind of storm she'd survive to stand the way she did. She kept adjusting her crutches, trying not to disturb anyone, trying to occupy as little space as possible. And he recognized that posture because he lived it too, trying to raise a daughter alone after losing everything he once relied on. They sat in silence for a minute, but it wasn't uncomfortable. It was more like two stories quietly waiting to be acknowledged. She finally introduced herself as Emma, her voice soft but steady. Through small conversation, David learned she was a university student who had lost her leg 2 years earlier in an accident that also took her parents. She had no family left, no one waiting for her at home. She fought her way through recovery alone, refusing to let her life collapse, even when the world around her seemed to. Listening to her, David felt something tighten in his chest. He wasn't sure if it was sympathy or admiration, maybe both. Lily leaned slightly toward Emma and complimented her pink crutch handles, and for the first time since she'd walked in, Emma laughed. It was light and imperfect, but beautifully real, and that laugh somehow washed away the heaviness around the table. David watched them interact, his daughter talking about school, Emma responding with genuine interest, and he felt an unexpected warmth building inside him. He hadn't seen Lily this open with anyone in a long time. Not since her mother left them without explanation, choosing a different life, a different future, one that didn't include a small child who asked too many questions. David noticed that Emma kept glancing toward the menu board, not with eagerness but with hesitation, as though every price tag weighed on her. The way she subtly folded her hands, hiding her worry, struck him deeper than he expected. He realized she hadn't ordered anything at all. She was simply sitting there, grateful for a chair, probably hoping she wouldn't be asked to leave if she didn't buy something. David cleared his throat gently, pretending he hadn't noticed. He called the waiter, ordered extra pastries, and casually said they were for Lily, even though he placed one directly in front of Emma. She blinked, hesitating, her eyes shimmering with something fragile. Gratitude, or maybe the shock of unexpected kindness. The cafe buzzed on, but something quieter and more meaningful unfolded at that small corner table. Emma told Lily about the book she loved, about how she used to paint before the accident, and how she still tried, even if the world felt different now. She spoke of resilience in such a simple way, never calling it bravery, though David was certain that's exactly what it was. Lily, in return, told her about the fear of losing friends, the sadness of not having a mother around, and Emma didn't look away or pretend she understood. She listened, truly listened. David saw his daughter slowly uncovering the pieces of herself she usually kept hidden. Hours passed without any of them noticing. Emma's face softened more and more, her shoulders dropping inch by inch until she no longer looked like someone fighting the world alone. She looked hopeful. When she finally checked the time and tried to stand up, she struggled slightly, her body clearly exhausted. Without thinking, David rose and steadied her arm. Their eyes met, his full of worry, hers full of stubborn independence, but she didn't pull away. Instead, she nodded in silent thanks. She gathered her crutches, ready to leave, but Lily grabbed her hand and asked if she would come again someday. Emma froze for a moment. No one had asked her that in a long time. She knelt as best as she could and promised she would. Then she looked at David, searching for something in his expression. He didn't know what she was hoping to find, but he ended up saying something he had never said to a stranger before. "You can join us anytime." Really. For a moment she didn't respond. Her eyes glistened, not with sadness but with the overwhelming realization that someone saw her. Not the girl with one leg, not the broken story, but a human being deserving of space, warmth, and company. She smiled, a soft, trembling smile, and whispered that she would love that. If this story touched your heart even a little, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Soul Tale. Your support brings stories like this to life. Before the ending, I have a special request. Please comment below, what would you have said if Emma asked to share your table? And as Emma walked away, her crutches tapping gently against the floor, David realized something important. Sometimes the people who enter our lives quietly, asking for nothing more than a seat at the table, end up healing parts of us we didn't even know were broken. And sometimes, offering a simple place to sit becomes the beginning of a story far bigger than any of us expected.